Oh my god. Hello everyone. So, yeah. Hi, can you hear my voice clearly? I hope it is. And right now, I'm gonna learn about FreeCodeCamp responsive web design. I was live in Twitch before, but I don't really think that it suit me. So, yeah, here I am. Okay, without any further ado, oops, I'm so sorry. So, without any further ado, let's just jump to the actual, you know, live. Let's go. Alright, here you go. We got this, and I'm about to do this stuff, the CSS, like the last time we left it, I guess. Wait, why is the music stopped? Ah, the frame drop. So too bad. To be honest, I do not know how to solve that. You know, when the frame drops. Can you guys hear the music well? I hope so. That you can hear it well. And it's not loud enough. Yes. I think it's good. Okay, let's go. Oops. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's go. We got this change color text. Now let's change the color of some of our text. We can do this by changing the style on our H2 element. So this is like inlines. So there is a couple of things that you can do in CSS. You can do inline CSS like this. It looks like this, and also spirit file CSS and CSS style text in here. And right now we are currently learn inline CSS. The downside about inline CSS is you need to specify one style. So we can use your style in a lot of tag, in another tag. If that doesn't make sense, let's just go straight to the point and learn what we get in here. So we get this H2 element, color is blue, and we got like cat photo app. Okay, so right, change your H2 element, style is red. Right, so here, oops, so we got the color, no, okay, all right. Next, wait, I need to configure this. Do you guys want to see me? Actually, no one's here, so yeah. 100 CSS properties that you can use to change element looks on your web page. So let's see in MDN CSS property. Yep, we got this. We got the CSS reference. CSS is something okay. Cascading iPad. Alright, so this is the CSS thingy. I hope the music is not too loud. I really hope so. So, how do I save my life, guys? I really want to save my life. Wait, let me check my YouTube first so I know that everything is right. Wait, I'm so sorry. I have to check it first. Right? So how's your day, guys? I hope that everything is okay. Everything is fine for all of you. So yeah, this is the day 2 of fasting to me. Everything's going well. I don't really eat sahur properly today, but yeah, I rarely sahur actually. So let me check my channel and see am I do things correctly. Oh yeah. But there's no such a thing as you know. And this is so annoying because there is a personalized. Oh my god, why I didn't delete that? What? Wait.
You have been so good to me, so fine and so gentle. I came around and now I see your face so
Alright,
sentimental.
everything's fine, so let's get straight to the point. We use CSS Preference to browser.
Nothing of it
Can I
all
edit the description though? Because I don't know.
Then one day I heard the
Yep.
angels
I edit the
call
description.
your name.
Now I hope that it's changed. Wait.
Now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me.
Okay. Does YouTube save live stream? Because I don't want my stream to go. Even though it's so, you know. Ah, they definitely will archive that. Do you want to know what I'm looking for? So I do live on Twitch before, right? Like I've told you, but my live doesn't get saved, and oh my god, it breaks my heart. Also, the music playlist, this you guys can hear the music playlist, and that's so sad actually. Because you know, I don't know why, but it doesn't get saved. According to Google support article, as long as the live stream was less than 20 hours, YouTube will automatically archive it onto your channel. Ah, Had Live can choose to upload. Okay. Alright. So thank God YouTube doesn't do things like Twitch, right? So let's go. At least less than 12 hours, I think. They can save that. When you enter the style to color, you're styling individual H2 element like what I said before, right? So it's inline CSS, so you only style only this H2 element. You can use that in another H2 tag or H1 tag, but if you use like another type of CSS like this in the tag style, you can use that in a lot of tag, not only this individual H2 tag. Inside this style block, you can create CSS Selector. So this is what CSS Selector looks like. So they will choose the H2 element for you. Alright, so let's see what we have to do. Delete your H2 element style attribute. then inside create CSS style block. Add the necessary CSS to turn all the H2 element blue. Alright, so we have to delete this inline CSS and then we create the style. It's important to have the opening. I will do this in here, like style, and the color I think is blue, right? So you got like the prices and this selector in here. So we turn this into blue, right? Alright, so I'm right. Thanks to God. Wait a minute. Alright, next. Classes are reusable style that can be added to HTML element. Here, example CSS class declarations. So we get the class. It looks like blue text. So before, you are selecting the tag, but right now you are selecting the class. You can see what we've created as a CSS class called blue text within the style tag. You can apply class to HTML element like this. Right. Oh, so to create the class, you can use class blue text like this. Right. Note that your CSS style element class name start with a period. Yes, start with a period. In your HTML element, class attribute, the class name does not include the period. Alright, so we use this to only select, but you don't need to do that in here. Give your HTML attribute with the value red text. So we have to change this to red in class here to red text. I'm sorry. And here to red text. But it doesn't turn red. Ah, I forget the period. It still doesn't turn red. Red text. What's wrong with this, guys? Do you know? And this doesn't turn red. Ah, oh my god. I used the syntax wrong. It's supposed to be here. I'm so fucking dumb. Oops. I shouldn't say that. So sorry. And the color. Right. My bad. Okay. Okay. Class allow you to use the same CSS styles and multiple HTML element. You can see by applying red text to the P element. So let's try to do that. In the P element. Right. Another P element. The P element. Oh, your second and third should not be red. Okay, so my second and third P element should be red. I think this one is clear. Oh, the first element should be red. Ah, this is the first. I didn't see that. Okay. Alright. How do we change this? Like, as you can see, our link got something like this, bluish color, but I want to change it to red. Let's take a note, guys, so like we can use that another time. So I'm taking notes. Yep. because I don't know. Right, let's run the test. Alright. Font size is controlled by the font size CSS property like this. Inside the style, you tag that contains your right text class, create entry p element. Inside the same style tag that you contain your red text, create entry for p element. Okay, so we have to select the p first, and then got the font size, oops, to 16 pixels. Am I doing it wrong? What about I'm creating this as like 50 pixels? Yeah, definitely change. Okay. You can set font element should use by using font family property. For example, if you wanted to set your H2 element font to sans serif, you would use the following CSS. Make only P element monospace font. Oh, my battery is running low. Wait.
You have been so good to me, so fine, so gentle.
Do you guys want to see? Wait, let me set up my webcam so like you can see me.
So sentimental.
But to be honest, I don't know why. It's a deactive.
Nothing of it all. It seemed just a passing phase. And then one day,
No, seriously, I don't know why, but
I heard the
yeah, I'm so sorry if I can't show you like my face because I can't do that. I don't know why, but I can do it. P element monospace font. Okay. So you select the font family. Do you guys want to know like what we can do in CSS? Like there's a lot of stuff in here. And also our goal is creating this, guys. I hope that I still save that. No. No, I didn't save that. My bad. Right? Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god, no. What did I do, man? No! I hate myself. Wait. Okay. I didn't know what did I do? But let's see like all of the MD and CSS properties. Okay. So we got our font family. I thought that we did it. Monospace. In addition to specify common fonts that you found in the operating system, you can also specify non-standard custom web font for use on our website. There are many sources for web font on the internet. For example, we will focus on the Google Fonts library. Google Font is a free library of web fonts that you can use in your CSS by referring to the font URL. So let's go ahead and apply Google Font. To import a Google Font, you can copy the font's URL from the Google Fonts library. Okay, We'll import lobster font. To do this, copy the following code snippet paste into table code before opening of style element. Right. Usually this in the head, right? Or no? Family is lobster. And from family, we got the family name as font CSS using lobster, as the family name is the font example. Generic name is optional, is a fallback font in the case. Oh, okay. So here's the font family. The first one is a lobster. Do we need to, use like a big... No, right? What if like we did it wrong here? This will change the open sans? I hope so. Your H2 elements should be in the font lobster. Let's see. Okay, good. You should only use H2 element selector to change the font. Your P element. Oh, my bad. So, I didn't read everyone. I'm so bad. So we should change the H2 element to lobster. And the P is still... should import. What? Yeah, I undoing this. I undo this before. So yeah. Okay, let's run. Dude, it's still... You should only use H2 element selector. My god. You should only use an H2 element selector to change the font. You should only use an H2 element selector. I do that. What? Import the lobster font to your page, then use an element selector to set lobster as the font family. Okay. Element selector. H2. My font family is lobster. Lobster and open sans. But before that, we need to import this file first, right? There are several default fonts that are available in all browsers. The general font families include monospace, serif, and sans serif. When the font isn't available, you can tell the browser to degrade to another font. For example, if you want element to use Helvetica font but degrade to sans serif font when Helvetica isn't available, you'll specify it as follows. We used that before, right? Okay. To begin, apply the monospace font to H2 element so that it have to lobster and monospace. Right. In the last challenge, import a lobster font using the link tag. Now comment out the import. So we need to comment this. Okay. If If you have Collapse or font installed on your computer, you won't see that version because your browser is able to find the font. I don't have it. Okay, CSS has property called width that can control an element width. Just like the font, we'll use the pixels to specify the image width. For example, if you want to create a CSS class called larger image that give each HTML element and width up to 15 pixel views. Wait a minute. Wait, guys. I already live for like 20 minutes now. 26 minutes. And I still like get 3 or something. That's vertical width. Okay. Create called smaller image and use to resize the image once whenever pixel wide. Alright. Let's go. So this called smaller. This is the class, right? Okay. And we got the width. It's like 100 pixels wide, but we don't apply this to nowhere. So we have to apply this in where? Oh, the image, of course. But where's the image? This part, I guess. So we use the class to, but okay. Alright. This is so cute. CSS Border has property, styles, color, and width. For example, if you wanted to create a red 5 pixel border on the HTML element, we could use this class. Thin red border, so we need to specify the new styles. Like, I need to best practice thin red border. Create a thick green border. Yes, thick. Should add. Okay. So border color is green. Oh no, doesn't. And border width wait, it did. What's wrong with it? Is 10 pixels. And the border style is solid. I don't know what is solid, but let's try it. Is solid, right? And apply the class to your CAD. So we can use like 2 class. Thick red border. No. Should be thick green border. Your cat photo currently has sharp corners. We can add border radius. Okay. I want to do in here the border radius should be 10 pixel. But why? It doesn't use it in the image. %50. It's so cute. Damn. Next. You can set an element background color with the background color property. For example, if you want the element background color to be green, you put this within your style element. So this background color. Right, let's try then.
You have been so
Green background.
so
And
fine and so gentle.
background color to
I came
green.
around and now I see your face so
To the div element.
sentimentally.
Where's the div?
At
Ah,
first
okay.
I thought
So silver background.
it seemed
And the
just a
color is
passing
silver.
phase. Then one day
And now we going to add
the
in div.
angels
Or we have another div. I don't really
called
think that we have another div.
your name. They did sing to me.
Class here. Oops, my bad.
I feel so thankfully
Silver.
you have been so good to me.
Yeah. Okay. In addition to class, each HTML element can also have an ID attribute. There are several benefits using the ID attributes. You can use the ID to style a single element, and later on you'll learn that you can use to select and modify specific element with JavaScript. ID attribute should be unique. Cursor 1 enforce this, but it's always widely agreed upon the best practice. So please don't give more than one element in the same ID attribute. For example, give your H2 element the ID of Get Photo App. So we need to do the format element ID. Our ID is Get Photo Form. Right, one cool thing about ID attribute is that like class, you can style them using CSS. However, ID is not reusable and should only be applied to one element. So if you use like we got two right before. The first one is class. You can use your class in a lot of tag in HTML, but with ID you can only use this as a one style. So it looks like inline CSS like we did before. So one cool thing about the ID attribute is that like classes, you can style them using CSS. However, an ID is not reusable and should only apply to one element. An ID also has a higher specificity importance than a class that both apply to the same element and have a conflicting styles. The style ID will be applied. So the ID, when we have a hierarchy of class, the ID will be on top of that. So if you have an ID, they will use the ID. If you don't have, they will use class, just like that. Here an example how you can take your element with an ID attribute, get photo element, and give it background color current image style element. Let's see. Oh, the ID we use this hashtag element instead of period or dot. Okay. Inside your style element, you can always reference class by putting in front of their names. You can always reference IDs by putting try to given form which the ID attribute get photo form and green background. Alright, let's go. First when I get this, I get photo form, okay. Get photo form, background color is green. Yep. Oh my god, they look so ugly. Now let's put our cat photo app away for a little while and learn more about styling HTML. Oh my god, here we go. You may have already noticed this, but all HTML elements are essentially little rectangles. 3 important properties control the space that surrounds each HTML element is padding, border, and margin. We get padding, border, and margin. An element padding controls the amount of space between the element content and its border. Element padding controls the amount of space between element content and its border. So between element content and its border, it's called padding. Here we can see the blue box and the red box are nested within the yellow box. So we got this. First we ignore the style first, right? We need to understand the HTML first. So we got margin and okay, actually they're not inside the H5 element. So the yellow box, wait, let me do this first, guys. What about this? We get margin, padding, and padding. Okay, so if you don't do the injected text in here, what do we got? So how we can specify this in here, because we got this, right? So margin bottom is like min 25. No, but I specify this as 25. Okay. Let's okay. An element padding controls the amount of space between the element content and its border. Here you can see the blue box and the red box are nested within the yellow box. Note the red box has more padding than the blue box. Yellow box has more padding. Red box. Wait, what? Red box. Where is the red box? Has more padding than the yellow box. What if I just specify this as 20? I mean, not the yellow box, but the blue box will change. So they'll be larger. When you can increase blue box padding, it will increase the distance between the text and the border around it. Yes. Okay. Change the padding your blue box to match the color of your red box. It's 20. Okay. An element margin control. So please don't forget, we get the margin bottom and text line. What about the margin right? And we get the margin bottom. As 20 pixels. Or I mean, they're not bad actually. Too close. Okay, let's see. An element margin control the amount of space between the element's border and the surrounding elements. Alright. Here we can see that the blue box and the red box are nested in the yellow box. Note that the red box has bigger margin than the blue box. Red box. Yeah, so they're more like, you know, increase. What if we said this is 30? It'll be larger, but send this in sort of like more large, the amount of space will be larger too. Set this is 100, hill will be, oh, they will never look. I specify this as 50, they look like this. Why is the padding is not in center? Why the text is not in center? Text line center. It's not centered, and I don't know why. Change the margin in the blue box to match the red box. Oops. Okay, so change the margin the blue box to match the red box. Okay, it's 20. Alright.
I thought nothing of it all. It seems
An element margin controls the amount of space between the element border and the surrounding element. If you set the element margin to negative value, the element will grow larger. Oh, minus 20. That will be larger. Yes. I want to change the blue box margin bottom. Margin top, nope, margin up. Margin top, okay. Is 30 pixels. I think I cannot do that because we already specified my margin here. What about this? Doesn't change anything. But what if I do this? Like in here? Oh, I don't know why it changed. Why it changed? Specify this is 40. So it meant like the background. Yep. Gingerbread blocks to minus. Yeah. Oh, how though? It looks like it's way larger than this, right? I don't know. I don't know how is that even possible. CSS is hard, people. Sometimes you will want to customize an element so it has a different amount of padding on each of its sides. CSS allows you to control the padding of all four individual sides of an element with padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left properties. Give the blue box padding of 40 pixels on its top and the left side and 120 pixels on its bottom and right side. Give the blue box padding of blue box padding of, so it's the padding. What is padding? Did you forget what is padding? Padding is like the inside of the element in here with the container around them, right? Am I right? I don't know. And actually I'm so mad because my music playlist, you guys cannot hear that.
So good to me, so
And I don't know why.
and so gentle. I came around
Can you guys
and
hear
now I see
the voice of
your face so sentimentally. At first I thought
I'm just really afraid that
I could love it all.
my voice will be echoing.
Seemed just a passing phase.
Alright, let's just forget about it. Sometimes you will want to customize an element so it has a different amount of padding on each of its sides. CSS allows you to control the padding of them, so like you don't want the padding to the same in the center, right? So you can padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Keep the blue box padding 40. We create this as 40 pixels on its top and the left side. Padding top to 40 pixels. I'm so sorry. 40 pixels. And yeah, padding left. No. Padding left to 40 pixels too. And padding bottom to 20 pixels. I'm so okay. Padding right to like 20 pixels. And they look like this shit. Oh, actually, I think it's exactly the same with this part, right? Sometimes we'll want to customize an element so it has a different margin of each of its sides. Right, the margin is your element, your space between element, your element and the other element. This element with another element, it's a margin when padding is the inside of the element. Sometimes you will want to customize. Okay, CSS allows you to control the margin. We do that. Margin bottom, margin top before. Give the box margin 40 what? Top and left. But it only bottom and right. Right, let's just copy this. Because we're lazy as hell. Good. Alright. Instead of specifying an element padding top, padding right, you can specify them like this. Oh, that's so much faster. So we don't really use the, padding right, padding do that. These were complex like clock, top. Oh, so like top, right, bottom, and left. Right. Use the clockwise notation. Give the blue box class of padding 40 on its top and left side. Top and left side. Top and left side 40. But only its bottom and right. Okay. So we get the padding. The first one is the top, right? So where's the top? Top is 40 pixels. And after that, right it's 20 pixels. And for the bottom, we got 20 pixels too. You don't use comma here. Just like that, and it's obviously 40 pixels. Alright, I think we go. You can use the margin too, and it's the same clockwise notation. Okay, in the blue box, we got the margin. This as top, we got 40 pixels, and the right is 20 pixels, and after the bottom it's 22, and after 40 pixels. Right? So the margin here with us is 40. Let's try to give this like a 1 pixel. This will be really close, but the margin is to the bottom is also 1. See, this will be really close to each other. Wait. This? No, it's not the bottom. The bottom is here, guys. 1. They will be really close to each other. Right. Then one day I heard the angels call. Okay. Even ID. Okay. Hey! Cat photo app. The ugly cat photo app. You have been adding ID or class attribute element that you wish to specify the styles. These are known as ID and class selector. There are other CSS selector you can select custom groups of element. Let's bring out. Okay. For this challenge, you'll be use ATTR value attribute selector to set the checkbox in cat photo app. The selector match the style element with a specific attribute value. For example, the below code changes the margin of elements with attribute type and corresponding value to radio. So you select the radio type in here, and you can set the margin. Use the type attribute selector to give a checkbox in cap top margin. Okay. So this is like the group. Okay. Let's just copy this. So we got like type radio inside of brackets. We got a margin and the other stuff. Okay, let's see how's the margin. 10 pixel for the bottom. Okay, top margin, get better top margin of 10 pixels and bottom margin of 15 pixels. Top we get 10 and the bottom we get 15. I'm sorry, the bottom is here. We get 15 if I'm not mistaken. Right. Type attribute selector CPUs to select checkbox. Ah, the checkbox, not the radio. My bad then. So we got like Right. It's I'm currently monitoring the output of my streaming. I'm so sorry if I, you know, awkward, silent. So we right. Let's try another thing in here. Do you guys want to know some fun fact? I actually add a music background to our live, but I do not know why it doesn't add somehow. Probably because I don't specify. I mean, I don't allow the music on my device, but if I allow that, there will be echoing. So I don't know anymore, guys. I don't know anymore how to make this like way better. Probably I will learn how to do that. The last several challenge all set element margin or padding pixel with an X.
Just a passing phase. And then one day I heard the angels call your name. They did sing to me. And now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me.
Alright, I'm sorry. Right, let's go. The last several challenge all set elements margin or padding with pixel px. Pixel are the type of length unit, which is what tells the browser how to size or space in them. In addition to px, CSS has a number of different length unit options that you can use. The two main types of length units are absolute and relative. Absolute units tie the physical unit of length, for example, inches and millimeters, refer to inches and millimeters, respectively. Absolute length unit approximately the actual measurement on screen, but there is some difference depending on screen resolutions. Relative units such as am or lem are relative to another length value. For example, am is based on the size of element font. If you use the set font size property itself, its relative depends on size. Relative unit. Oh, let's try to see like CSS relative unit. Why I typo so much? Right. Oh, we got several in with 3 schools. Okay, CSS has several different units for expressing a length. Many CSS property take length value, such as width, margin, paddings. This is just like pixels, centimeters, inches. Ain't no way I'm gonna be measuring my usually probably use like this relative length. I've often see this present and also it means 2 times the size of the current font. AX height and the current font. So I wait guys, let me try to find how we can available the song in here. So does the capture device or the video webcam device is available? I really want to hear it, guys. Alright,
You have been so
wait,
good
let
to
me hear
me.
that first, please. Okay, so it's exist,
And now I see your face.
but we need to a little bit more
so
loud.
sentimental.
I hope that this doesn't loud until,
First I thought
you know.
nothing of it all.
Okay, I think right here is enough, and it's fine.
Just a passing phase.
But the capture of audio device need to be a little bit more loud, I guess.
Angels call your name, they did
I really want to hear that.
sing to me. And now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me.
Okay, I think this is enough. Right, let's try to do the next step, right? We got this, the RMEM value. Add a padding to property element class redbox and set it to 1.5 am. Set a padding property to the redbox. We have to find the redbox here
First I thought
and add the padding
nothing of it all.
to
It seemed just a
1.5 am.
passing phase.
So the padding is like
Then
1.5
one day
larger
I
than the text.
just
If
called
I'm not mistaken,
your
AM is relative to the current
They
font,
did
right? 2 times of the size of the
sing
current
to
font.
me.
So,
And
but when do we
now
set the current
I
font
feel
value? I don't
so
remember.
thankfully
But
that
yeah.
you have been so good to me.
I think I just like want to change. Let's try the Trash and Talk CSS inheritance. Every HTML has a body element. Okay, every HTML has a body element. We can provide the body element exists here, giving a background color. Okay, the body. So this will be black. Okay. Nice. Now we've proven that every HTML page has a body element and that its body element can also be styled with CSS. If you guys want to know what we are gonna do after we do the FreeCodeCamp today, I'm about to do the portfolio website. I think I've seen that before in Figma. I really want to. Front end practice like this. You guys can search something like this and find the. Wait. I think the minimal sleep portfolio design. We're gonna do the exact same thing as this after we learn about the basic CSS. But yeah, we have to do this first, right? Now we prove that if your HTML page is body element, that its body element can also be styled with CSS. Remember, you can style your body element just like for another HTML element. All your element will inherit a body element styles. What? Remember, you can style your body element just like any other HTML element. I think this is too big. I hope that it's not though. So after that, inheriting body element styles. First, create h1 element with the text hello world. Okay. So we have to do the h1. We close the tag of the h1. And we read this as a hello world. We can see it. Right, but the color is green. Style. So we specify the color to green. Color green. Bro, I still cannot see it. Dude, I think I did it wrong.
Have been so good to me,
Ah.
so fine and so gentle.
No, I don't know what did I do wrong.
And now I see your
But
face
I know that I did it wrong.
so sentimentally.
Hello world.
At first
Finally,
I
the body
thought
element family space.
nothing of it all.
But what if that I don't want to do this to all of my element?
Just a
That would be so
passing
scary.
phase.
The font family, we use the
Then one
monospace.
day, I heard the angels call
Right.
your name, they did sing to me.
Sometimes your HTML element will receive multiple styles that conflict with another.
So
For example, your h1 element can be both green and pink at the same time. Let's see what happens if you create a class text pink. Alright. Right. We need to create a class. This class is called what the hell, bro? You can say that word, right? So I forgot this thing. That's why it's called pink text. Okay, so we select the pink text
Just a passing phase.
and give it.
Then one day I heard the angels call your name.
To be honest, I forgot like font color. I just like color to pink. I forget.
I feel so thankfully
It's better.
that you have been so good.
I think with the ID. What if like we have ID here? Just imagine that you got ID and the ID is, you know, pretty like here, and we specify the ID part like ID no pretty, I mean, and we get the color itself as like white, the most boring color ever. It'll change. Pretty funny because yeah, they said to me before that the ID will be get selected in the hierarchy. Our pink text class override our body element declaration. We just proved that our class will override the body element. So the next logical question is, what can we do to override our pink text class? Create an additional CSS class called blue text that gives element color blue. Alright. Blue text. And the color is blue. Right? Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the declaration here is what is important. Let's try to what am I doing? This is copying that. So we are actually, I'm just trying to move this to the app. I don't know guys, I forget the shortcut. But what if that we do this? That will be pink. It's still gonna be pink. But if you do this, blue. So the order of the CSS is what is important. What if that you link something? So the linked order is what matters. We just proved that browser reads CSS from top to the bottom in order their declaration. That means that in the event of conflict, the browser will use the whichever declaration came last. Notice that we had the blue text before pink text in our h1 element classes, but we'll still have declaration order in the order of their use. But we're not done yet. There are other ways to you can override CSS. Do you remember ID attributes? We did this before. Let's override pink text and blue text class h1 element orange by giving the h1 ID in style element ID. Okay. So the ID is freaking orange. Orange text in ID. Okay, so we create the ID as an orange text.
Now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me. First I thought nothing of it all. It seemed just a passing phase. And then one day I heard the angels call your name. They did sing to me, and now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me.
Alright. Let's try again, guys. So we got something like, wait, wait a minute, what did I do? Here, the ID orange text, right? We give this the value. No. I hate this. And the color, wait, create CSS declaration or text ID style element. Here's the example of what this looks like. Okay, so the color will be orange. I don't know. Probably be like that. So we give this the ID of orange text. Orange. It looks pretty too.
You have been so good to me, so fine and so gentle. I came around and now I see your face so sentimentally. At first I thought nothing of it all. It seemed just a passing phase. And then one day I heard the angels call your name. They did sing to me.
So we've proven the ID declaration of the class declaration regardless of what they're declared in style element. There are the ways. Wow, there is a lot of overriding CSS style. Alright, so style green. Use on comments look like this. Leave near each one element. Okay, that's right, guys. Like, why not? Oh, so the inline CSS is like should be white. Okay.
At first I thought nothing of it all.
It's like the biggest hierarchy is inline CSS. Yay! We just proved that inline CSS style will override all the CSS declaration style elements. But wait, there is one last. Oh my god, there is a lot of way to override CSS. This is the most powerful method of all. But before we do it, let's talk about why would you ever want to override CSS. In many situations, we'll use the CSS libraries. This may accidentally override your own CSS. So when you absolutely need to be sure that the element has specific CSS, you can use #foreign. That's the way to back pink text class declaration. Remember that our pink text class was overridden by subsequent class declaration, ID declaration, and inline style. Let's add a keyword important on the pink text color. Oh, so the important is like to make sure this is the most important of all. Right, that will be pink. This is so fun to do actually. Did you know there are other ways to represent color in CSS? One of these ways is called hexadecimal code or hex code for short. We usually use decimal or base 10 numbers, which use a symbol 0 to 9 for each digit. Hexadecimal or hex are base 16 numbers. This means that use 16 distinct symbols like decimal, the symbol of 0 and 9, and represent the value 0 to 9. Then ABCDEF to represent the value 10 to 15. Altogether, 0 to F can represent an hexadecimal, giving us the 16 total possible values. You can find more information about hexadecimal number here. In CSS, we can use 6 hexadecimal digits to represent the color, to each the red, green, and blue. For example, 0000, like 222 is blank, and also the lowest possible value. You can find more information in RGB color system here. Replace the word black in our body element, background color with the hex presentation. Okay, we use this because this can give us the more distinct value of color and really specific part, right? I think it's FFFF and it's the highest. FFFF. I don't know. To review hex code, use 6 hexadecimal digits to represent colors, to each for red, green, and blue. From these 3 pure colors, we can vary the amounts of each create up to 16 million other colors. Wow. For example, orange is pure red mixed with some green and no blue. In hex code, this translates to being FFF because like the most, right? So here we got like red, FFF.
I feel so thankfully
Many people fear overwhelming the possibility of more than 60 million colors, and it's difficult to remember hex code. Fortunately, you can shorten it. For example, the right hex code can be shortened as F00. The shortened form gives 1 digit for red, 1 digit for green, and 1 digit for blue. This reduces the total number of possible colors to 4,000. But Rosal will interpret FF. Okay. So this is like 00FF. It's like 00FF in that. You don't need to translate that, guys. I've done this before and I translated it. That is not funny. So this is the cyan. It's it's like a bluish, weird green. It's cyan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Red, getting here, and the last one is fuchsia. Color fuchsia like this. Yay!
That you have been so good to me.
Ooh, it's red. Another way you can represent the color in CSS. The first one is like hex, using hexadecimal, and you can use the RGB. The difference is they use